Alright guys, welcome back to the next part of my video for Dark Souls. It's my video guys, it's my video, not yours, mine. Okay. My FPS is terrible here. As you noticed, and I didn't really mention it, but as you've seen in that fight I went two-handed X, as I explained. It's very important to do that. You know, micromanaging your shield into two-handed is probably one of the most important skills in this game. Another important thing is actually see when you're blocking, joink, your stamina bar, that green bar up the top, it does not come back. So a lot of times, for efficiency, it's better to like only put your shield up as you're about to block an attack, not the whole way, not to fight the whole way, like dun, 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 you know, fight the whole way like this, because you will not, your stamina will not come back. Yeah, it will not come back until you put that shield down. So it's all about, it's sort of like the skill of managing, you know, to do these sort of things is, you know, it doesn't sound that big, but it actually makes a big difference, like, to be honest. So here we are. This is another one of the NPCs who's pretty awesome. Like, he's a fan favorite sort of guy. Like, he's kind of funny. Like,
Hello. You don't know how I am Solera Vastura, an adherent of the Lord of Summer. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord William, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? You don't feel it. No need to hide your passion. I get that before the time.
it's pretty mental, so yes.
Oh, aha. So I used to I have a proposition, if you haven't known. The way I see it, our place is living in the quiet. In a land brimming with holidays, could that really be a challenge? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey? It's pleased and grateful. Well then, take it. We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes century-old fading in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But you to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
It's kind of interesting, like how eerie all the NPCs in this game are. It's like they're all a bit warped or something, just by how insane this world is. So I just love this atmosphere of this game. He gave us the white soapstone there, which is interesting. As I said, if I put that down, if I leave that summon sign, then people can summon me into their game for me to help them kill their boss. You know what I mean? And then I would get souls and humanity for doing that, I believe. So it's pretty important. Well, not pretty important. It's just like, it's pretty awesome. So you can, like, if you have any friends, you can so you can team up together and stuff. So without further ado, we're going to move on here, and as you can tell by my voice, something's going to happen here. So leg it. Right, there's a large dragon here. Very large. Oh schnitz! A dragon, like the wyvern guy who we've seen earlier on, just like drove past. He just flew past and just like nuked the whole area. So we don't want to be messing with him quite yet. And here's the stairs. We need to kick the stairs down. Make sure you kick down, or you'll have to do the whole earlier on. So as you can see, this is the bonfire in the early part. It's really well designed, this game. It's like you can sort of see how everything makes sense. It's like, you know, instead of teleporting to a certain area, you kind of, all the levels designed in such a clever way that everything was sort of like, you know, you knock down a wee ladder, you open a wee door, and it sort of like allow you to go back, you know, like shortcuts back to where you were, sort of thing. So it's pretty cool. I'm going to put 12 points in the dex because I want to use that bow. And put some points in the strength, endurance, and vitality and stuff. So I wanted to use that bow. Actually, I shouldn't have done that. I should put more points in the strength. Thinking, it's still with me, but it's not a big deal. Here's where my first grind spot is. I'm actually not quite ready for that yet, but I'll show you. And a lot of people will say I'm lame as hell because this is a bit boring and it kind of makes the game a wee bit easier for you, but this is what I'm here to show. I'm here to show how to have an easier playthrough. Not easy, but an easier playthrough. So he will nuke those guys. He's actually, the wyvern is actually killing those guys for me. And giving me 555 experience. As you can see, you can probably see what I'm starting to do here. But all will be revealed very soon. Here's a guy here. Kill him. He's been stubborn. Accept your fate and die, you bastard. Right. There's a guy here. He's quite a pain in the ass because he just hides around this corner. He just parried him, but for some reason my attack animation, I wasn't close enough to go into the proper. Wasn't close enough to him to go into the proper death animation, or sorry, parry animation. And there's a couple of rats in here too. There's a couple of things we're going to be doing here, as I'll explain soon. My shield is very good against these rats because usually those rats do poison damage, and poison damage would usually go through. A portion of the poison damage would go through your shield usually, but I have the shield that the band starts with stops poison damage. And here's a very important item: these rats, they drop humanity, and it's very unique. It's very awesome that they do that. Not many enemies in this game drop humanity, so I like to grind. This is a perfect grind spot for early game for me, as far as I'm concerned. Right, so there's two things to go through here. I'll explain one in each turn. Right, so we have our bow, there's the wyvern, and there's his tail. And we're going to shoot this tail in a very monotonous fashion. Boink. This is why we put 12 points. We bought the short bow, we bought 30 arrows. You probably don't need to buy 30, but I like to use the bow anyway, cause for like drawing at enemies. You need to shoot his tail about 15 to 20 times, and you will get an item. I'm gonna actually maybe knock it off here because there's no need to see this, because I hate doing this. It's like a lot of times I play this game, when I start a new character, I don't really do this anymore because it's just found so monotonous and boring. But like, this is very, very useful now. So I'm gonna knock this video off here, guys, and I'll come back in a few minutes. Alright, guys, I've successfully fired 14 arrows into this wyvern's tail, so we should be getting our rewards fairly soon. So just kind of time it right. Wyvern gets pissed off. It's like, who the fuck's shooting my tail? It goes looking for you, can't find it, and he's like, I'll just sit back and do exactly what I was doing beforehand, yo. Boink. There we go. And then we got the Drake Sword, which is why we did this in the first place. Right, Drake Sword, where is it? It has no scaling, as you can see. The power bonus is 0/0, so it will not scale with any stats, and but it hits pretty fucking hard. I have minus damage on it now because I don't have enough strength, but it usually hits 200 damage. Compare that with my battle axe, which was doing like 100 and what's the math, or 111 or something. It's quite a lot more damage. It looks like shit though, I don't like the look of it, but whatever. So I don't actually have the stats to use it yet, but I'm going to remedy that very, very soon. So this sword is pretty ridiculously good. Actually, to be honest, I really don't like the fact that they left the sword in this game. This sword really sort of not ruins, like, it's up to the player at the end of the day, but it sort of takes away from the early game, you know. So I have enough strength to use the sword now, so boink, there we go. So everything's worked out so far. So now I do a flat 200 damage in my weapon, and this weapon is actually quite a bit faster than the battle axe as well. So we're doing a lot more damage and we're attacking a bit faster. So pretty good, pretty awesome weapon to have at the start of the game. Right, so this is what I'm going to do. This is where I grind for at the start of the game. What I'm doing here is I'm getting the dragon to kill these guys here. So he flies down and he nukes them. That's so laggy, man. And then I'm also grinding the free rats for humanity here. As you can see, I one-shot these guys now, which is nice. So I grind the rats for humanity, and I'm grinding for experience. I am now using humanity here. So it's the humanity in my inventory, which as you can see is increasing the one in my humanity count in the top left. So my item discovery is going up by 5 each time. As you can see, V17. No, it's actually going by more than 5. Anyway, it caps, as I explained in my earlier video, it caps at 10. Once I get 10 humanity, my item discovery will cap at 210, at 210%. The reason why I'm using humanity now is because the higher my item discovery is, the more likely I'm going to get humanity back off those rats. You know what I mean? So now I have 198% chance of getting an item of enemies. So that's nearly double. See, this guy is not that much of a problem anymore because I have this kick-ass sword now. As you can see, I'm pretty much one-shotting everything at this point. And there's humanity there, so I just got a humanity off that rat. Because I have, usually it's pretty rare to get a humanity off these rats, but once you boost up your item discovery, it will happen quicker. So what I usually do here is I usually do this. I just repeat this process until I have at least, there's like a check. It's like at least until I have at least 10 humanity on me and a few of the items, 10 humanity like sort of attached to my character in the top left, and maybe like 2 or 3 in my inventory in case I need them later on, in case I want to kindle a bonfire or make myself human again. Or until I hit like level 15. As you can see, I'm level 11 right now. So as you can see, it's a nice sort of it's a nice early grind spot, so it is, because I'm getting experience and I'm getting humanity, and I've got this kick-ass sword now, so it's just like it's all good in the hood sort of thing. As I say, a lot of people say it's a bit cheap, push on to the game, and I do play that game this way sometimes. Sometimes I play the game where I just like rush on through and I don't stop, and I just like I don't grind, I just kill stuff and I just try and move on as fast as possible, and other times if, I do this because, I want to make the game as easy as possible for myself, and this is what I'm here to show you guys. So, don't be hating on me, man. Don't be hating, yo. So, we're just going to repeat this process. This is probably the last time I'll show you this, because you just get the gist, like, and nobody likes to watch grinding, like, what I mean? People hate grinding, and they don't really want to watch other people grind. Unless there's something very wrong with you people, which is also possible. Right, so that's it. We didn't get any humanity there. As I said, it's quite rare to get humanity, so you will have to do this a few times. There's also the possibility that you will automatically get a humanity, because I have not killed the boss of this area yet. Because I killed the taurus demon and I passed the taurus demon, but these monsters are associated with the next boss. So I could get a humanity just by killing monsters. Well, as I said, guys, I'm going to knock this off. I'm just going to repeat this until I get what I want, as I explained to you, and then I'm going to knock it back on again. Okay, I'll see you soon. Alright guys, I just did that. Repeated that process for about 12, 13 times, and I've got 8,000 souls, which is quite a lot, and I've also got 11 humanity at the top right. As I said, I made it up to 10, and I got another 1 because the game gave me 1 for killing enemies while the boss is still alive. So, and my item discovery is now 210. As I explained, that's the max it can be without having to equip item. There's a couple items in this game which will boost that item discovery further, but that's the most I can have right now. As I said, I have 8,000 souls, and I have another 3 humanity in the bank. So I think it's time to progress. Yeah, it's time to move on. I'm going to put some points in the life. I'm going to keep a few souls left over though. As you can see, like, I could make myself level 17 if I want to now, which is quite a lot. So I'm quite a high level. I have a good weapon, and I have good item discovery. So I'm in pretty good shape. You'll see now if I kill enemies, just any enemy, you'll see like a glow, which is like they've dropped an item. You'll see that more often now because I have now double the base chance of finding an item. So what I'm going to do now is going to go back and kill a few black knights and Havel. the guy explained, who will one-shot you, because he drops a kick-ass ring, and the Black Knights have a chance to drop their weapon and their shield, and that's the reason I'm going back to kill them, because now that I have a higher item discovery, I have a better chance of getting their shield and getting their weapon. The Black Knight weapons are not the best weapons in the game, but they're pretty damn close. So you could get one of their weapons and you could use it in the New Game Plus, and you'd still be kicking a lot of ass. You know what I mean? I'm assuming that you upgraded them, obviously, but they have a good potential, as I've explained. And I will now try and get these weapons, and I will show you what to do. Here we go. So now we're kicking ass. We're like, oh bitch, I'm gonna miss you, and I'm going to miss you like a complete spoon. But you can see the amount of damage I'm doing these guys. It's pretty ridiculous. So now we're kind of backtracking here. Now, quite a bit more powerful than we were. Ring around the roses there. I guess the first time you've probably seen the second attack animation of the sword. The FPS is absolutely down right now. I'm just making my way to the Black Knight and also Havel. I'm surprised no items have dropped yet, actually, because I do have a high item drop. Hopefully that'll be good luck for the Black Knight, because sometimes you can get lucky and you can get their weapons. Although recently I haven't been that lucky, and I haven't been able to get their weapons. So it's all a matter of luck, but I have given myself the best chance of getting it. You know what I mean? By having 10 humanity. Right, so the first Black Knight is down here. He actually faces away from the player. You can see the matches here. Some guys probably left that. There is a ring ahead here as well. That is correct. So there he is there. Black Knight. They're quite tall. They're actually the Knights of Lord Gwyn, who's like the last boss in this game. They're quite tough, and they will fucking rape you if you let them hit you. So you see. So hopefully we will be the proud owner of his shield and sword very soon, but you do not know. And this guy, you have to be very careful fighting these guys, especially in this narrow place. The best thing to do is backstab them, or if you're feeling particularly brave, you can always parry them. There's a backstab there. And this new sword I have, you can kill them, right away. Obviously it's harder. Ow. You wanna die here? Fuck. I've just been silly there. You can see the amount of damage he's doing to my shield. Sorry, my stamina when I block his attacks. Unfortunately, the only thing I got there was the Titanite chunk, which is very disappointing. That's like the bare minimum he could have given me. He gave me there. He only gave me the chunk, which is used to upgrade items. I didn't get any weapons or shield of him, so that was very disappointing, to be honest. And here's the first ring we get as well. Boink. Blue Tearstone ring. That ring will increase your defense when your hit points are low. So it can save your ass. You'll sort of see it activating when you're very low hit points. It'll sort of see it like as blue, or like white glow. So it'll just boost your defense while you're near dead. So now you need the master key to. The master key to open the door, so this is like one of the reasons I take that key at the start of the game. So now you go down here to fight Havel, good old Havel. It's very dangerous here. He's very intimidating looking, as you can imagine, and that weapon that looks like a giant phallus will smash you to bits, so you need to be very, very careful with this guy. In fact, if you have a weak shield, like a sort of weaker shield, he can still one-shot you through your shield. So what you want to do is just backstab the life out of him, seriously. If you don't have the Drake sword, this is a very long process of doing this, but the Drake sword makes it quite easy. It is a fairly easy fight. You just stay behind him, you just backstab him, but if you make a mistake, as you can see, the amount of stamina he did to me. See, he can one-shot me quite easily, as I've mentioned. You just need to play it safe, and if you do die, like, you know, it's not the end of the world. Just make sure you come back and pick up your souls again. And then soon the best, probably in my opinion, the best ring in the game will be mine. I think I'm dead. Yep, and he's dead. Havel's ring. Okay, what this ring does, it boosts maximum equip load. So as I explained in the first video, probably very badly, equip load at the moment is 55, so if I put this ring on, it should double, not double, sorry, it'll be 50% increase, so it'll be an extra 25, so it'll be like around about 80. Yep, 82. Yep, 82 equip load, so that means I can wear heavy armor now without the penalties, you know what I mean? So that's good. So now I should be like, I can do, I'm very fast now because I have very high equip load. And you can also open this door, which leads to the basin, darkroot basin. In my normal playthroughs, I would usually come out here and kill the Hydra. Actually, I should probably do that now. This video's going to be really long though, but you can die here. Like you can die here very easily. But this is for efficiency. This isn't probably the easiest thing to do. It's like, you know, if you want an easy game, this probably isn't the easiest thing to do. So you mightn't want to come down here yet. But there is another Black Knight down here, so I'll have another shot at getting Black Knight a shield and armor. If you know what I mean. So we're going to try that now. There's a knight ahead, as it says. This one's kind of hard because it's in such a close space again, and this one's a bit tougher than the other ones. I'm going fucking Jesus Christ! I nearly flew off the death there. As I've explained, that's how I die most times in this game. I think I was like floating on thin air there. He's very awkward to fight, this guy, because as you can see, he's like the area he's in is very awkward. And the FPS is not helping me. Just want to get backstabs. All he needs backstabs. As I said, you can parry him if you're feeling particularly brave, but this guy's so powerful he probably won't shot me. Come on, man. This guy's starting to learn. It's almost like he won't attack me through that other area. Yes. And maybe I'm dead now. Indeed. And I got the Harvard, yay! Harvard, woo! Black Knight Harvard. It's not the best weapon you'd want, but it's not bad. So now we have Black Knight Harvard. As you can see here, it does quite a lot of damage. Although I'm on minus 187 because I don't have the dexterity or the strength to use it, so I could not use this weapon right now. The thing about this build as well, I'm not sure if I want to use Black Knight weapons. As I've said to you, Black Knight weapons are amazing, especially when you upgrade them. The thing is, they're not the best in the game, and then I would also have to waste points in the strength, or sorry, dexterity. As you can see, the hand with 18, the red 18 here. I don't want to waste any points in the strength or dexterity because I'm going for a strength build, so I won't be using Black Knight weapons. But as I said, if you wanted to, you could do that if you were that way inclined. So as you can see here, I've got it equipped. It's quite nice. As you can see, like my character's looking all like, oh my god, this is so heavy, oh my Jesus! Because it's like, he's not strong enough yet to use it. So we're not going to be using it. Despite me coming here to get all these weapons, I'm not going to use it, so whatever. And there's the grass crest shield. It's quite a nice shield. The thing I like about the shield is it regenerates your stamina quicker. It actually boosts your stamina recovery. And it has pretty high magic defense. The problem with the shield is it has low stability. As you can see, it's red, so it's lower than the shield I have on at the moment. And its physical is only 95%, so that means if I actually block a physical attack, I will still take 5% of the damage. So it's sort of like a situational shield. If you're going to go big two-handed weapons, it's quite nice. Right, so I've got a lot of souls here, so I don't really want to die right now because I'll be kind of shit. I might level up a few just to waste a few more souls. Shit, didn't want to do that. Did not want to do that. Let's go pay a few points. I could die here, guys. I'm not saying I'm not, because this is pretty tough. What I'm about to do here is pretty tough, and I could die And don't be laughing at me, because it is. It's not hard. It's just, you know, if the wrong, it's just the thing. It's just what. God, I can almost talk. It's like, it's just the situation could go badly for you, and if it does, you're gonna die, basically. You know what I mean? It's just the way it is. Most times, like, it'll be okay though. And this is like another boss I'm about to fight. I'm just going to grab this. I think it's a bow up here, like a compound bow up here. So I'm just grabbing this now. Usually it wouldn't be here yet, as I said. It's because I had that master key, I'm able to come here now. Alright then, so we just picked up a bow and some arrows, which is always nice. So if I do die, I won't have to go too far to go, because I just saved at that bonfire there, underneath here. And now there's a Hydra here, who we're going to be fighting. He's such an awkward fight this here. It's not a boss in the traditional sense of this game, but I would class him as a boss, like. But you don't have to go through fog to fight him, and he's not required. You know, you don't need to fight. A lot of the bosses in this game aren't actually required. You know what I mean? So it's up to you to decide what to fight and who to fight. So this Hydra, it just like nukes the place with these like big energy attacks, which fucking rip. It's just because like one of them isn't that bad. You can usually block one of them pretty easily, but if you get hit by all of them, there you go with some knight armor, which we're going to be using very soon once I get the chance to put it on. Right, so this fight's a lot easier if you're ranged. I just took that damage there, which isn't good. As you can see, he actually damages his teammates. Not his teammates, but like he damages these crystal guys, which is nice. I want him to kill him for me. So he's actually killing them for me. You be very careful here. This is where shit goes bad here. Right, okay. Sorry, I'm not talking very much. This is probably a good thing because you're tired of hearing me talk, but I have to concentrate here. Then he killed that one for me, and then I'm just trying to maneuver it so he kills them while I block their attacks and his attacks. I don't know how I got hit there. I think he actually done so much physical damage he went through my shield. So yep, I need to get rid of that guy on the left. He's making me nervous. The stone guy here. Oh dear, he nearly knocked me in the water there. The FPS is fucking down here. So I'm actually attacking their faces there, as you can see. Did you kill that guy yet? Is that guy just completely stuck? He's coming. Shit. She's still alive. Killed one of the faces there, I think. I did kill one of the heads. So I'm just switching to two-handed and I'm just attacking them as they come out. As you can see, one of the heads is missing there. Right, and I think we're safe now. Killed another head. And the more heads he loses, the less dangerous he becomes, as you can imagine. So I'm just chopping heads down. And the less lag I'm getting as well, which is good. The FPS lag. How the hell do you survive 3 shots? Jesus. You don't really need to kill this guy, as I said. He's more. He drops a nice mage ring, I think. You know what I mean? If you use magic, but it is nice to get that knight armor though. And he drops a dragon scale, which is nice. The dragon scale. I don't know if I'm dead or alive. Where the fuck am I? He went for my shield again. Shit. Oh. See if he manages to like hit you with a couple of heads. If you manage to hit you a couple of heads, it will go for your shield, like, so you need to be careful with that. Slowly but surely we're getting there. As I said, if you're like a range user, this fight isn't that anywhere near as long or as tedious there. He's got one head left. This one's the hardest one to get, obviously. This keeps doing this weird, like, it always sort of spots it to the side. It really annoys me. See, like, it's almost impossible to get that head, like. I usually just end up shooting him with arrows, like. He's actually maybe close enough to hit. You need to be very careful here because there is actually a drop. You can sort of see it there. A part where you will actually just fall into the water and die. There you go. That's him dead, folks. That's him dead. You get the dragon scale and the dust crown ring. The dragon scale, as I said, you can upgrade this dragon sword, but it costs like 10,000 souls to do that, so it's quite expensive. The dust crown ring, it grants extra sorcery casting but half HP, so I think it gives you more, lets you cast spells more often but half your HP. So as I said, it's like kind of like you're going for the glass cannon build there, you know what I mean? So that's the Hydra there, folks, and also I've killed Havel as well, so we're doing pretty well. As I said, killing that Hydra is probably not, if you're playing for the first time, you might want to hold off doing that, but that's how I usually play. That's like if I'm starting a game, I'll usually come down and do exactly what I just did, so it's up to you guys. I'll probably just do one more Black Knight before I end this video. We're going to go back up here. This one's actually the most dangerous one too, because he has a two-handed greatsword, which will actually one-shot you. I know I keep saying it, everything one-shot you in this game, but it's actually true. It mightn't one-shot you, but it could be freaking close. Depends what level you are and what points you have in hit points and how good your armor is. I said some starting classes like the knight and stuff will actually, oh I forgot about that, actually have the knight armor. As you can see, it improves on everything except for magic defense, lightning defense and poison resist. It also weighs a lot more though. But as you know, folks, we did just put on the Havel's ring, so as long as I stay half, that's my goal. You might want to be lighter, you might want to be below a quarter. You know, it's up to you, but I like to be below half. So all I need to have, I can war up to 41. That's the way I'm looking at it, because my equip load is 82.5. I can have 41.2. That's what I can have. So I still have a fast roll. I look much cooler now because I got this knight armor on, so I look really cool, and I can still roll pretty fast. Not the fastest, but I can still roll pretty fast. And as you've seen there, he actually attacked me, and this armor has fairly decent poise, so he actually attacked me instead of me going ooh like getting knocked back. He did not interrupt my attack because I have enough poise. So this is how I like to play. So I'm still pretty fast, but heavily, like, fairly armored and have a decent bit of poise. So that's how I like to play. I will happily take attacks to do attacks. You know what I mean? As you've seen there, I got attacked again. Instead of getting stunned, I just killed the guy. So I actually need to be a bit careful because I am actually the flash charges. As you know, I can't heal myself right now. Although if you use humanity, it will actually heal you back up to full hit points, but I don't want to go above anymore. I don't want to use any humanity to do that because it's a bit wasteful. Boink, boink. Alright then, so I'm just trying to get back to this bonfire here. I can't actually hit the bonfire because someone's still attacking me. You shite. There you go. Alright, so I'm saved there. I've got... Oh, what the hell? He actually shot me when the bonfire was going. Alright, so... I could actually show you something else. You can actually kill the red dragon here. Right now. And I do it in my game, but it's too hard. Like, I will die often trying to do it. And the lag as well is bad, so I won't do it yet, but I usually do it. I usually kill this red wyvern up here now. I didn't trigger his attack, what the fuck. So I actually would melee him, I would fight him, go up there and fight him usually now, and kill him. I'll probably show you at some point. I'll probably come back a bit later and do it when I have a bit more damage, and a bit more hit points, but you can do it now. It's kind of like, he follows a very set pattern, so you can sort of abuse it, so you can. And you get like, I think you get like 10,000 souls from him, and the sword, if you haven't already got it, the sword I'm using now, and a dragon scale as well, which is good because you can upgrade. You can also use it to upgrade the sword. As I said, the sword, if you upgrade the sword, it could take you through the first game. You know, it could take you through. It could, you know, let you beat the boss for the first playthrough, but it wouldn't be good enough to go into New Game Plus. You'd start really suffering, so you would. So it's up to you guys how you want to play. Whoa, it's getting a bit laggy now. Alright then, so there's a Dark Knight up the top here, up the spiral, and he has a two-handed greatsword and he hits really, really hard. So, but we're gonna obviously attempt to kill him because I want to. It's also like the Black Knight Harbord's okay, but the greatsword's better in my opinion. As you can see, I just blocked that attack, and he went through my shield because it was so hard, hit so hard, it went through my shield, and nearly killed me as well. So yeah, you might want to watch out for that. He's near dead though, which is nice. There you go. I actually got the Great Knight Sword. There you go. That's actually a pretty good find. That's better in the Harbor in my opinion. The Great Sword is better in my opinion. Did I pause it? There's there. So, but the thing with Black Knight weapons are, the two-handed Black Knight weapons always require 32 strength and 18 dex. It's that dexterity requirement that ruins them in my opinion. Because it just takes away, it's sort of like, it takes away from your focus, you know what I mean? Like, it distracts you from your focus. You know, I want to go pure strength. I don't want to put any more. In fact, putting those 12 points in the dex was a bit of a waste just to use the Drake Sword, because late game I won't need that dex. But the reason why I accept the 12 dex is because I like having a bow, so now I can use the short bow. You know what I mean? So it was sort of acceptable in my opinion because of that. But I don't want to go any more dexterity. So, but if I wasn't being so anal with my build, the Great Sword would be a nice alternative. You know what I mean? As you can see, it just looks ridiculously slow because I don't have the stats to use it, but it's usually a bit faster than this. It's quite nice, man. It's said once you upgrade this, it does amazing damage. Like, as I said, not the best damage in the game, but it will take you in the New Game Plus and maybe Plus. You know what I mean? It's not a bad weapon at all. And there used to be a bug in this game where if you shot this dragon in the head, after going to the darkroot basin, it would actually fly through the world like that, and then it would just magically die, and then it would just die, and the game would just consider that you had killed the dragon, and it would just be the best, easiest way to kill that dragon. But I think they fixed that. I think they patched that up, so they did. So I'm going to head back to the bonfire here because I'm actually a bit low on hit points. I might actually kill the dragon though. I'm actually tempted to try and show you how to do it. It depends how laggy it is. And as I said, I probably will die doing it, and you should probably call me a noob and blah 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 and all sorts of shit, but I'm telling you right now, I will die at least a couple times doing it. And it's not an exciting fight, it's really boring, but it can be done, and it will be done, because I feel like I want to do it now. It's just because it's my usual playstyle. As I said, I wouldn't recommend it for new players. and the rewards aren't really that worth it, in my opinion, you know, to really bust your balls doing it, but it is possible to do it. I'm just going to get a few points of strength, endurance, maybe hit points. So level 22, which is actually pretty freaking high level for only after killing the first boss, like. But anyway, I'm going to end the video here, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon.